Well, the shooter is still at large. The FBI has arrested a couple of people. They ended up being the wrong people. They're now putting out an image asking for information about another person. We still don't know who killed Charlie Kirk. I think the vast majority of people are not actually believing that it was a radical leftist. Most people believe it was a professional hit. It was an assassination done by a pro. All roads lead to that. Here is Fox News.
There's a couple hot leads. There's a little bit of foreign intelligence.
What do you mean there's a little bit of foreign intelligence? Why would there be any foreign intelligence on this at all right now? Why would they have intel on an event that happens in our own country? If you believe the narrative that it is a trans activist that killed Charlie Kirk, then that's an American. We are being spied on, obviously. And he basically just admitted it. Can we all just use our brains for just 2 seconds instead of thinking, oh, it must just be this trans activist? It's a little bit too perfect, right? Charlie Kirk has a massive audience. His audience was young, the very generation that is very against Israel. And Charlie Kirk, who had been very pro-Israel, had started to question things over the last few weeks.
I feel the connection to Israel, but at the same time, simultaneously, when the hostile reaction is that now Meghan and Charlie are enemies, you're not gonna, I wouldn't say lose, but you will weaken and just basically deflate two of your strongest advocates if that continues.
And that is why I suspect Benjamin Netanyahu just invited him to Israel only a couple of weeks ago. I'd heard Charlie declined his obligatory pilgrimage. Harrison Smith says, I'm not gonna name names, but I was told by someone close to Charlie Kirk that Charlie thinks Israel will kill him if he turns against them. You've got a gunman that was able to get away, obviously highly trained, two guys that they thought were the actual shooter who ended up not being the shooter, quickly a gun recovered with radical leftist scribblings on it. And if Charlie Kirk is starting to change his tune, who benefits the most is mostly Israel on this. They didn't like him switching and leading his entire base of millions of youth who they're already fragile with in a direction they don't want. The one that has the most to gain and who has the sophistication to pull this off and who has ties into our law enforcement to be able to plant evidence like guns with trans inscriptions all over it, whatever that means. My bet would be on Israel.